Okay guys, I wanted to make this video because I was considering moving to California once I turn 18 or older. But after seeing the video, I'm not too sure about that. But I'm not gonna get all hopes up. Hopefully the market and like the house prices can go lower. But to be honest, I probably don't think that's gonna happen. So yeah, I was really considering. Me and four of my friends were considering moving there, being neighbors, expanding our career, but I'm not too sure if that's gonna happen anymore based off this. I'm not gonna let just this video kind of lower my standards of California, even though they're kind of already low. I already knew the house prices were pretty high and things like that. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys watch the video and tell me your opinion on what is going on in the video. But yeah, if you're considering moving, just don't let this video discourage you, but you know, pay attention to it.
Joe Rogan is leaving Los Angeles.
A person like Elon Musk saying no to California.
You love California, but you are seriously considering leaving the state.
So this is what's going on. I am leaving California.
I love the state of California, but they do not want me here.
I, like many others, have gotten out of California. There's been an exodus out of California for quite a number of years now.
And why do they have to leave? Federal government says more than a quarter of America's homeless are in California.
Any and everywhere you go, in and out of stores, homeless.
Violent brawls in broad daylight. The San Francisco neighborhood where crime is getting so bad, people are scared to step outside their own homes.
Plus, incidents like this are where hate residents are drawing a line.
The most recent statistics from the U.S. Department of Justice show that violent crime rates in some California cities has increased by over 50%.
In the shadow of the world-famous Hollywood sign sits the newest L.A. landmark. Piles of uncollected trash. They're everywhere. On the freeways, on the off-ramps, from downtown to the valley. Trash with rats munching on the waste. Much of it the byproduct of 36,000 people living on LA's streets.
The homeless situation is so bad that there are maps dedicated to alerting the public about where there's human feces or needles.
Every day in San Francisco, an average of 85 cars are broken into.
A SoCal shocker. Los Angeles once again takes top honors for the most gridlocked city in the world.
It is official. LA is the least affordable city in the entire country to buy a home.
We spoke with some young people tonight who say they are afraid they'll never be able to buy a house because of these soaring prices.
As Bay Area home prices go up, those who cannot afford them leave.
To really get an idea how crazy the San Francisco real estate market is, don't look at its ceiling, look at its floor. And here is the floor.
It's almost like a tiny house, you know, the ones you see on TV.
This house at 459 Ralston Street in the Merced Heights district is reportedly the cheapest single-family home for sale in the city. Listed for only $649,000, the two-bedroom cottage is less than 600 square feet, and every room needs a complete overhaul. But remember, this is San Francisco.
We just did an open house this weekend with 2 days, and so far we have about 100 parties walking through. So it's going to be very competitive.
Built before the 1906 earthquake, no one even knows how old it is, since all the records were destroyed in the fire. It sits next to an upscale neighborhood that used to be the old Ingleside horse racing track. Some believe it may have been the residence of a local jockey or horseman. But with an unusually large lot, just right for a rebuild, local realtors say it will not sell for its asking price.
It's going to go higher.
Is that crazy to you like it is to the rest of us?
It is very crazy that the price is so high that a lot of people cannot afford it.
I've been told I wouldn't even be able to compete. They'll probably get $800,000 to $1 million for it.
While cash investors compete to level places like this and build bigger, guys like Kevin Day don't stand much of a chance of finding a place to live in the city. And that's a problem, because Kevin is a San Francisco firefighter.
There are so many people that have a leg up on me just because they have extra cash, extra people investing, and it's just me. And I'm looking for a place that I can fix up. You know?
When a man charged with protecting a city can't even afford a house like this, something is seriously out of whack.
Who knows? I might have to stay in my small studio apartment until I retire.
Property taxes in California were about $7,200 a year, and our property taxes here are $2,800 a year.
For the Fortiers, moving to Nashville has allowed them to save for retirement. Scott no longer has to work 80-hour weeks. They traded in this 3,100 square foot house on a small lot in LA for a larger house on 7 acres in Tennessee, which even includes a building for their business.
Somehow we have made it untenable for people to run businesses here.
Toyota is just the latest in a string of jobs and companies pulling out of California.
You don't like doing business in California anymore, do you?
You know, Stuart, it's a nightmare for business owners. 5.5 businesses a week are leaving California. Millennials are leaving, business people are leaving. Anybody who's retired, they can't afford to live in California despite our weather.
Companies leave for 3 primary reasons: high taxes, excessive regulations, and the threat of really ridiculous lawsuits.
And business leaders here in Silicon Valley say right now there is no greater threat to their future business than the unreliability of the power grid.
I mean, California is doing everything they can in terms of taxes, in terms of regulation, to get great companies out of here. And Silicon Valley right now is, the entire conversation is, why am I here? Why am I paying these prices? Why am I dealing with dysfunctional government on the local level, on the state level? And people are looking at Texas, Nevada, and Florida, and Tokyo. I mean, people want out of this town.
In the years since the turn of the century, Los Angeles has grown from a sleepy pueblo to a vast, seething metropolitan city. Fine buildings, huge stores, busy citizens. A city which has grown faster than any other in America in the past decade.